collectively transforming community. Peace in our human family. Volume of unity. Divine light shining individually. Collectively transforming community. Peace in our human family.
One love, one growth, as above, so below. Feel the pain in my soul, the red pill dissolved. Organized, no matter the cost. Politicians start wars, they don't fight, they sit in the poor. And nothing lasts forever as long as we stay together. Give hell to the masses, watch the unity rapture. This is for the kids and the culture. It's one love, one growth, one light, light warriors. Yo.
Yo, what's up, man? I wish I had a nice backdrop like you.
I just do it for the fame. Nah, I'm joking. Put a case behind me and I hate it. So I was like, bro, I'm about to just get a green screen. I don't want to use that.
Nice.
I mean, it's a nice bookcase, but there's mad shit on it. Like, I'm gonna take these glasses off and do like getting in my green screen right here.
How's your Wednesday going, man?
Good, bro. Good to see you, man. Good to fucking see you. It's been a while. Probably would have saw you more if there wasn't a pandemic.
Right? Yeah. After that one show, I think. When was that show actually? I'm trying to think of.
That was a fall.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I know it was a fall because it was cold.
yeah, that's true. I had to carry all those drums back.
Oh shit, bro! So you lived like near the venue? That was in Manhattan, right?
No, I think that was
like Soho,
Brooklyn. Oh, it was Soho. Oh. I think it was in Brooklyn. It was like.
Was it Brooklyn?
Around like Aberdeen or something, and I live in like East New York, so it was just I think someone drove me, but it was just getting back was a whole pain. I'm just like that's the only thing I don't miss about live shows, just bringing everything with me, the whole cymbal bag, and everything. It's just it's too much.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That was a great show, and the vibe that we had after with the jam and everything, that was like freaking dope, man.
Right.
Hopefully we do it more. So Dwayne Bush, welcome to the VOC podcast, Jabari VOC podcast. Good to have you on, man. For my guests that don't really know you, you can like just tell your story and tell them like how you got into musician, how you became a musician, how you got into all these bands.
Yeah, it's a crazy story. So like I started, I guess, playing drums since I was a kid, like on pots and pans and everything. I was in the church, and after service when I was like probably 5 or something, I would walk up to the drum set after the church and start banging on stuff. So I think that was kind of like my parents like, okay, we got to like figure something out. My dad used to be a bassist back in the day, so he kind of understands the whole like going towards music thing. So he was like, all right, maybe you should try to hone in on it. And he bought me like electronic drum kit.
Nice.
When I was in high school. And I don't know if you ever played the game Rock Band.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with that game and like just playing the drum part, and I had it on hard. And I was like, I want to play the real thing. Like this is fun, but I want to play like the actual kit. So then I moved from there to actual playing, and I went on Craigslist one day. I think this was like when I was 18 or 19, and which was probably not a good thing to do at that age. Just go on Craigslist and just find people. But I was just like looking for, other people to jam out with. Like I was big onto psychedelic music at the time. So I found like 2 other dudes. They're both like in their 30s. And they're like, yeah, let's just go to this place and just jam out. We never had a name. We just jammed out. And things were going cool. But then out of nowhere, I went to work for Disney World, and
oh wow,
there's the whole Disney World thing, and I was away for like 8 months or so. So by the time I came back, the band was done. That was over with, and the guy was like, "Oh, but I know a guy that can, you could probably jam out with." My friend Mario, and we were jamming from there. And from Mario, I met Sam, which was a guitarist that you met, and we were kind of like going from like band to band type thing.
Nice.
Right now he's doing his own thing, which is great. He's like more into like country folk right now, and he's coming out with another EP, so I'm happy for him. And right now it's like
That's
a weird
dope.
hiatus with the band,
Right.
but I'm just like I'm trying to stay creative, trying to get myself out there and trying to see what I'm really good at other than drums. Like I want to mess around with guitar, or piano, whatever.
Word.
So it's like a good time to just be like, okay, the world kind of stopped right now. What do I love? I'm always helping other people. What do I really want to do? And I think I've been kind of honing more and more into like the styles I want to get into.
Word.
Yeah.
And so what was the genres that Pet Robot did? Because you guys had a very good, different, unique feel.
Yeah, it was like a mix of I'd say 80s inspired with electronic,
Right.
rock, and some funk in there. It was like a mixture of those things. Maybe we would add sometimes like hip hop influences with like the way I played the drums, to kind of like change up the sound. But yeah, like in terms of honing into like one genre, it was kind of hard to to put that in there. I'd say alternative rock maybe would be the closest.
Yeah, that's kind of like how it is with Light Warriors. We just don't know.
Yeah, yeah, you guys just like, and I like the message you guys have in your songs and everything. You're just like, it gives it more of like a reason for the music. As like right now it feels like you can rhyme hat with bat and blah blah. You're just like, this sounds good, but like you guys are really like talking about things about revolution and everything. And I'm like, that's I really guide toward that. I like that vibe.
Word. And so were you born and raised in New York City?
Yes, sir. Brooklyn, born and raised. I'm actually grew up in Fort Greene, and moved to East New York like 2 years ago. But yeah, it's changed so much, man. It changed so much.
Yeah.
Gentrification hit us heavy.
Oh shit. Yeah. So like, how did that start? I need like
so
because,
white people, right?
I got family. Yeah, I got family in Brooklyn, and they're still there, thank God. But they told me that shit changed quick. Like, when did you start noticing that Brooklyn was like becoming more European than
when I saw a Chipotle and a Starbucks open up right around my corner, I was like, yo, it's over, bro. It's done. Let's take your snapshots and let's get out of here.
Yo,
a lot of my neighbors moved to the south because it was cheaper, and I was like, yeah, it's starting the whole migration is starting to happen. So.
Yo, it reminds me of the Michael Che voices. Like, Brooklyn is mine now.
Right, exactly.
The emergence of the white girl is
right. Oh, sorry, my cat just coming through the.
Oh, yeah, my cat gets in the way all the time. Like, is that a boy or girl?
Boy, yeah. His name is Poe, after Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, really? Nice name. Yeah, I have a cat named Ben, and a cat named Cleo. Ben is a troublemaker. He has a bigger head, so he likes to assert his dominance.
Yeah. They like headbutting.
Like, get out of here and all that stuff. Like, he headbutts the door, man. It's fucking insane. Like,
too intense, man.
And we're trying to get him fixed, but he has a heart murmur, so we got to get that situated. Yeah,
it's crazy. I just found out that cats can get diabetes. That's crazy. I didn't even know.
Yeah,
that was a thing.
Yeah, my friend Taurus has a cat that has cat AIDS. I didn't even know that was a thing. And the crazy part is that he got the AIDS from a raccoon. The raccoon whooped his ass. Like, so I'm just like, cat AIDS.
Wait. He whooped his ass, but then he got AIDS from that?
Yeah.
Oh, like biting, I guess. Yeah, makes sense.
Right. So I'm just like, what? So many ways these cats can go out these days.
Right?
Like,
yeah.
The crazy part is this dude's still alive. Yeah. Oh yeah. And they got gangs.
Yeah, like, definitely. There's so many alley cats around me.
They all stick together, man. They all do stick together, man.
Yeah.
So what's the maybe we might jump off topics a few times, but what's the next band? I see you have another band going on. Are you still active with them or?
Yeah, so the other band is Saint Mela. We they're more on like I guess
name.
Right? It's like named after like melanated. So Mela is like a short way of putting that.
That's fucking dope.
It's like very like indie soul, indie electronic music. So our new EP is coming out the 20th of June.
Word.
So look forward to that. We were planning from last year before the pandemic hit. We were trying to come up with the EP for every season. So
Nice.
we had one for like the winter, blah blah blah. And once it hit, we kind of like cut off the production for a little bit. So we were trying to catch up with what we had, you know.
Right. Right.
But yeah, it's a great sound, and I'm excited to perform again with them. It's very fun.
Word. Word. And how long have they been going on before you joined, or is this they're like fresh?
Yeah, they were
Been going for a while.
they were there, I think 2017, I believe. But
Nice.
yeah, so I joined in after because the other drummer moved to California. So a friend of theirs hit me up, and yeah, it's been great so far. I'm liking how we're evolving the sound and everything, and yeah, I can't wait to just play on stage, man. Like we did like recorded set, and we had like great lighting. It'll be out I think the 14th of June.
Word.
But it's cool doing a recorded set because they have like the lighting thing, the camera's going well, it's produced well, but like when you're playing in front of people, like it gives you that that level of, okay, I got someone to prove, I got something to do,
Yeah.
and I'm here for like, oh, you don't think I'm good at drumming, bet, like that type of thing, like you miss that back and forth with the audience and everything. But so hopefully you get to do that. But I mean, either way, I'm just happy to be playing, man, and just like I've been trying to even produce on my own, like trying to create things personally. It's a work in progress, but it's just like I know it's like I have power to work on things myself. I'm not just a drummer. Like I'm out here
Right.
trying new things. So that's been cool.
Yeah. And getting back is definitely something. And now is New York opened up now, or they got
Yeah,
a
that's what they
warmer weather,
say.
something like that?
Yeah, I've been to some bars and stuff. But I don't know when it comes to actually performing. I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah.
I think they
We
might
did
do
the
like
bitter end
yeah.
like a week before, and it was halfway, and no one could stand up. Everyone had to sit down.
Yeah, which is so sad. That's what I don't like about like if you ever been to like Madison Square Garden or anything like that, like
Yeah.
those type of venues where it's like you see someone that you like, but you have to sit down. You can't stand up and dance. So it's like, or you can't move around. So it's like that whole feeling of sitting down while a person's performing. It just takes away the whole energy. But hopefully,
Yeah. The
next
energy was definitely something because it was just like we have like a lot of tunes that people dance to. And,
yeah,
But now it's opened up, and my band went back.
Okay.
And they said there was a bigger crowd. It was more fun. So I'm like, woo,
Nice.
But
Yeah,
as
because
long as everybody's good,
people need this. So it's like, yeah.
Right. Vaccines. Did you get vaccinated?
I did, man. I did.
Word.
I got it.
Me too.
At first, I was like, let me just wait it out. You can't really trust anything. But
Yeah.
and it's normal to be skeptical, But
Yeah, especially when you're black.
exactly, no, for sure. And like
Totally
I've had friends, people that came up to me, Bill Gates ain't playing today, bro. Bill Gates, and it's like, and it's like, I get it, like from the past, we were never treated right, but once you see like the statistics of people that are getting it, mostly white people and other people, like it wasn't kind of zoned in on a certain race or anything like that. And I had friends that were in the bio field. They would tell me like, yeah, like mRNA is probably safer compared to the way we've been doing it. Yeah, I've been good so far. No twitches, no weird things happening to me.
Yeah.
So I I'm kind of glad.
We definitely
everything
did
worked
some
out.
research.
Yeah.
I reresearched that bitch hard before I did it.
I don't blame you, man.
I was one of the first that did it.
Okay.
Because I'm a social worker. What the hell? I'm a healthcare worker for like the dietary department, stuff like that. That's just a bougie name for just a food service worker.
Okay.
So like that's my other job that I have and stuff like that. So they were like, "Hey man, look, we need everybody getting this bitch vaccinated." Now the hard part is that it's where I'm at is predominantly black. And majority of like the fields that have more white staff is like the doctors and stuff like that, so they're upstairs and everything. So they would just come down periodically, talk to us, have a conversation. They really was trying real hard to like convince everyone to take the vaccine. I took it but a lot of people don't think have taken the vaccine. Um, unless they're keeping it on the hush hush, because I've noticed that some people will tell me, but they won't tell nobody else.
Yeah.
God, I love this camera, dude. I had to use my girlfriend laptop for another podcast, and like the camera was so ass. Like I was just so
Yeah, no, you're
depressed.
crisp and clean.
Yeah. Like you can see everything now. Like I need to get my fro together here. This shit is like
Hey.
doing everything right now. Yeah. That was random, but like yeah, like I
No,
understand like because the misinformation in this country is just fucking insane. Like it's
oh
hard to know
yeah,
what to
and
trust or
that's the
not.
thing. I feel like after what the presidency, 2016, people didn't know who to really trust. You know, because everything
Right.
was kind of one sided. You know, CNN was saying one side and Fox was saying another, and like they're like, okay, who's the person in the middle? And I think when it comes to vaccines, like plus with the weird timing, you know,
Yeah.
like during the election, it made it seem like something was planned out. So I
Right.
don't blame that people were just like very, I'm not with it, you know. But I don't know. I took the bullet, and I think I've
Yep.
been I've been pretty good so far. So
Yeah, I've been letting people know. Like I'll let you know if something falls off or something. Like
yeah,
you
right,
know, like
exactly.
Cuba has 4 different vaccine strains. Like it's
Wow.
insane, and
I
they're
really wanted to
already.
visit Cuba too, man.
Don't say that. Don't say that. That's
But
un-American. Don't say
Day just passed, bro. What you doing?
that.
Yeah, you're right.
The CIA is listening right now.
That's funny though. I was like during Memorial Day, I wasn't even in the States. I was in Cancun.
Oh yeah,
With friends.
nice.
Very un-American, but I needed to get away, man. I feel like just being in New York, just being locked in, and like
Yeah.
I mean, things are open, but like people are still like they have their guard up. You know, we can't even
Right.
say like, hey, blah blah. If everyone's just like, why are you so close or whatever. So being
Yeah.
away by a beach and just feeling like less pollution in the air, and just like
Yeah.
like I felt like I needed that. Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, I need to go out more.
Yeah.
I've just been crammed up so much. Maybe after I move, because I'm trying to
Okay.
move it by October and stuff. Get the hell out of here.
Where to?
I don't know yet, man.
I feel you.
That's the
Are you
journey.
going like more hotter area, more colder? Like what's
Oh well, I'm gonna stay in Connecticut because of my jobs, but
okay.
I'm eyeing like some nice neighborhoods that's close to the hood.
Okay.
You know, not in the hood, but close to the hood. You
Yeah,
know, like
outskirts life.
the outskirts. I can still be around. And they'd be like, "Oh yeah, he ain't fully left yet. He's not trying to be." They already questioned me and stuff like because
Damn.
my girlfriend's
That's the
white.
thing,
Like,
man.
oh,
They're
look at
always
you.
questioning. They're always questioning, man. It's just like, I see you wearing this outfit. You think all nice, and like, bro, I just got this for my birthday. Chill. Like, what's going on? Like people always questioning people just because they're not in the same position.
Right? It's kind of freaky, but hey, it's whatever.
It's called growth.
They already know. They know I'm down with the bros always.
Yeah.
I'm always down.
So
Never
what you-
been.
Huh?
What's up?
No, go ahead.
Never been down. No, what you say? What? So what? I what?
No, I was interested what you've been listening to lately.
Oh, where? Yeah. Man, everything. I interviewed this girl by the name of Moody Banks.
Moody Banks.
She has like a neo soul vibe
Mm,
with her music. It's fire.
yeah, gotta check it
I've
out.
been listening to that. I've been listening to that shit real hard. Shout out to Moody Banks.
Send the
She
link
got
after.
Oh yeah, I definitely got you. She's the shit, man. She's the shit. She's like 27 years old, stuff like that. Sound like her voice is more mature. It sounds like she's like a soul artist from back in the day.
Oh, I love that.
But like but it's on like a modern type of neo R&B vibe, which I like. It's like she's curating to the sound because R&B is so dead right now, man. Like
I always think that too. Like I can't think of like a leading R&B male voice like that. Like
Yeah.
I really mess with. I mean, Daniel Caesar had something going, but
Yeah.
then I haven't heard from him since.
like they need to bring that back, man.
Yeah.
The early 2000s and the 90s, they gotta like everybody
Or
had a conversation.
reinvent it. You know.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you know.
Who you think is the GOAT?
Okay,
When
we're
you look
going
at
to
that.
the GOAT. All right, let's
Yeah.
talk.
We might as well talk about that. Who think is the GOAT for like the R&B that left a mark
before it died?
All right, so I'm a sucker because like my first R&B album that I listened to was Confessions by Usher.
Okay.
So
Usher is a goat, though.
yeah, Usher. Yeah, Usher. I think is like top for me.
Yeah.
D'Angelo. He
Word.
mixes into like a lot of different styles, so I wouldn't just call him R&B, but he's definitely like up there in terms of just like he's easy to just be inspired by. You know, you can hear like a lot of his sons like in different areas of music. And who else? For GOAT, Brian McKnight, maybe.
Word.
You know?
All right.
I was hearing this song called, what was it? Moody's Mood for Love. It was a Quincy Jones song.
Really? Yo, he been dropping some new shit lately. Too,
Oh yeah,
so.
check that out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean he's still killing it. So like, Tank.
Yo, Brian McKnight is that fucking guy. That's the dude that will walk in the building and steal all your girls.
Yeah, Travis Scott album named after him, bro. Like,
oh, for real?
Birds sing.
That's right.
Night. That's crazy.
Yes, that's right. That album was fire.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with him. He's been slacking, but
hey, he got that
was
McDonald's
fire.
money, man. He can do whatever he wants. Hey,
I couldn't believe that shit.
he reached the top.
I couldn't believe that shit, bro. It literally got his own fucking meal on McDonald's. And
Right.
stuff like that. It's like, really?
The merch was trash, though. Do you see like the clothes he had? They just put anything Microsoft Paint, and they're like, all right, here we go. It's like, okay.
I tell you right now, those white boys love them Travis Scott meals, man.
Oh yeah.
They going sick for it. Like I heard, like 15 different white boys like, yo, you get Travis Scott meal and shit like that. Like, what the hell is this? Like a new album, bro? Like, what are you talking about? Like,
oh man. Oh, so did you see the fight?
Oh God. Oh God, bro.
I seen highlights. I didn't watch.
I saw the highlights,
Yeah.
but all right. What do you think about that?
So it makes me question the sanctity of boxing, as
Right.
you know,
And
because
we're
like
talking about just to let everybody know this video. We're talking about Floyd and Logan Paul.
yeah, dude. I mean, like he held his own. I gotta give it to Logan to last those many rounds. You know, not being a professional in front of like one of the best boxers ever.
Right.
But it's just like that wasn't a real match. It's just like if you saw that part where he was kind of holding him back up, he almost fell over, and he was like, "No, we gotta make this money," you know,
bro.
Get back up.
I saw that he clocked him one good time,
Yeah,
and the dude was leaning. He was like, "Oh,
you ain't going nowhere.
I doubt you. What you doing, man?" Like
Crazy.
I just feel like it was a schooling.
Yeah.
But it was a sloppy schooling because you could tell that he's aged.
Yeah. That's the thing.
But he was fucking him up though. Like,
but like
his
in a very
stats.
like strategic way. Like,
yeah.
not
I mean,
doing the most.
people saying the fight was boring, but it's like, what did you expect? It's Floyd. That's what he do. He dismantles.
Yeah, exactly. That's boxing is like not how many punches you throw, but like how you hit it. Like if you hit the right area, if he has stamina and everything, like it's so much that comes into it. I feel like the people like Jake Paul. I mean, Jake Paul, he did pretty good, even though I'm not a fan of him, but like he held his own, you know, for like what he did, and Logan Paul held his own. So it's like that's cool if they're gonna take it seriously, but like now that opened the gates, the floodgates for like, oh, anyone who has money can go and box a random professional. Then it's like, what is boxing now? Like you just letting random people in, you know?
Yeah. And now Jake Paul, his brother, you know, he has a fight with the Tyrone motherfucking Woodley and 5-time UFC champion. Like, I mean, this dude Tyrone's like, I'm not gonna play with him like Floyd played with Logan. I'm just gonna knock his ass out, and I'm just like, yes, do it.
Is he? I feel like they have some under the table talks, you know, before it happens. Like, all right, so this is my client Jake Paul here. This is you don't want to ruin his face, all right? Don't touch his face because you're gonna hit right in this area. And like they give him extra money on the side. I don't know. I feel it's like something is being talked about under the wraps.
Right. What I do like about all this nonsense, because this is what it all is, and you know, Floyd. Back to the Floyd fight real quick before I say the nonsense part. Floyd like you said, he was doing the hits that matter. He thrown like 100 hits, which was half of what Jake Paul threw,
Mhm.
and he landed about 50 of those. Jake
Exactly.
Paul threw like 200 hits and only landed like 28, something like that.
Mhm.
So it was just a whole good schooling. It was like,
Yeah, you're
yo,
just
if you want to
flailing, if
do this.
anything. Like, wow, out.
I mean, the first round, I did see a highlight of how he just like jumped on him. He's like, "You're gonna die, Floyd. I'm gonna kill you," and all this shit. And no, didn't work out. But the educational part about this, which is
Yeah.
why I like, because with this podcast, I like to talk about like how pop culture is like relative to what the state of capitalism is right now.
Mhm.
Jake Paul is an asshole, and he wanted to like basically talk shit about how Tyrone is broke and can't pay his bills with those titles that he won. That like he's doing him a service uh, for getting this bag with fighting him because he's going to make millions. That's just stupid, petty, like elitist nonsense. But what I do like that thing is interesting is how Jake was also going after Dana White,
Mhm.
who's a billionaire. Um, and they only pay their fighters like I think they pay their fighters like 50 grand or something like that, small amounts of money. And
Oh,
the
wow.
fighters only fight like once or twice a year. Like you'll be lucky to get at least 3 fights in the UFC,
Damn,
and there's a
really?
lot of fighters. So the poverty rate is there's definitely poverty going on in the UFC compared to boxing. In boxing, you could get millions of dollars. Um, I mean, like this kid, uh was Ryan Garcia, who's the current one of the lightweight belts. There's mad lightweight belts. I think Stefano, if I'm saying this name correctly, has unified 2 lightweight belts. But he has the other one and he's undefeated.
Okay.
And he's like your size with just a
Wow.
little bit of
Yeah.
umph. And the kid's a problem. He wants to fight Tank. I don't think that's a good idea for him right now. I feel like Tank will kill him. But he makes millions. He's worth $30 million. 22 years
Really?
old. Yes. Like
Wait, Jake?
no, I'm talking about Ryan Garcia
Oh,
right
Ryan
now.
Garcia.
Yeah. So he makes $30 million. And then you go to a UFC fighter that's just as talented as him and the same age as him, same size, everything. Like for instance, Izzy. Israel, that's the dude right there. Fucks with him heavy. He's a lightweight champion in the UFC.
Mhm.
He didn't start getting good money until he became champion. Before that, it was just getting, like 40K or something like that. And that sounds nice, but it's like, bro, like they needed a union because that shit could burn. Like
Yeah.
that shit could burn
Do
like
they
fat.
even get insurance or something? Like, how is
I don't
this?
even know. I don't even know, but I know there's lawyers that are and shouts out to the lawyers. They're trying to like figure out how they can like get UFC because the UFC has an ESPN deal. The UFC is
Okay.
set. They're $1 billion business. They can pay. Like they can fucking pay. I could
So
talk
you,
about
you think
poverty
it's
and
like a
fighting.
tax problem or something? Like,
I just think it's my purse looking nice right now, and
yeah.
we are the promoters, so we get the most money type of shit. Like the kind of shit that Mike Tyson was going through with Don King, and
Okay, yeah.
the kind of shit that Zab Judah was going through with Don King, like that type of shit. Like it's just the
Mm.
promoters just want to like hold the bag, and Dana White is the main promoter basically.
Yeah.
It's all trainers in the UFC. It's not like boxing where everybody has to sign a deal with a promoter and stuff like that. UFC
Mhm.
is the promotional, so they can do whatever the fuck they want,
Yeah.
and it's legal. So I like how this clown ass kid brought that up. like how he did that because he was
I
getting
didn't
on him
hear
on
that. I didn't
Twitter.
hear that statement before, so that's
Oh, it
interesting.
was just Twitter fingers.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
all Twitter.
It's like, I don't know, because I'm sure he's in the same situation as Dana in terms of like making mad money, but he's not really giving back like Jake,
Yeah,
whatever. My conspiracy, I think, was like Jake is being so much of an asshole that he's trying to get everyone's like trying to make Logan seem like the nice guy,
mm.
because I've had other than the whole not Tokyo or Japan where
Yeah,
he
that
saw
was crazy.
the video, yeah, that was like
Yeah.
the last crazy thing I think Logan did, and then I guess Jake is like, let me be crazy brother that's like, oh look, I have your hat, I got your hat, blah blah, and having the tattoo of blah blah, just to get him off, like Logan off the limelight. So then he can be like, okay, maybe Logan wants to take this seriously in the whole boxing realm, and just like, oh yeah, that's my crazy brother. He does that, whatever. But hey, I have a good heart, blah blah blah. I think like he's kind of like going in there, and his brother's helping him with that. I think that's what's happening, because like I've yet to hear Logan like trash talk anyone yet, which is rare.
Well, he saves it for his podcast.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, it's a different outlet.
Like he had Mike Tyson on, and he was talking hella shit about Floyd while Mike Tyson was there. Mike was just like, dude, he's gonna whoop your ass. Like,
gonna whip your ass.
I don't understand. You back in mad hype right now. I know you with your boy and all this stuff, and y'all having a good time. But I just want you to know you're gonna get your ass whipped.
Yeah.
But I feel like he did knock him out, but he saved him. He hugged him. Like, he gave him a nice hug.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, don't die on me right now. I gotta whip your ass a little bit more so we can get this 30 mil. Like,
yeah, exactly. that's crazy.
But like, I think it's good for boxing in a way that people are now getting excited about boxing again.
Yeah.
Because boxing fell off
for a while.
And it's a good time because the heavyweight division is now popular again with Deontay Wilder and also Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and then you got the lower weight division, Canelo Alvarez, who is basically he's undefeated, but he lost only to Floyd when he was 23, but he's been beating everybody's ass since then. Like, the dude is a problem, man, and I think the world wouldn't know who he was if things like this wasn't making boxing popular again.
That's true.
Because now he's making millions, and before it was like, oh, we gotta see how the pay-per-view sales are and stuff like that, and it was a hustle. I think it's less of a hustle now, so I'm glad for them.
Yeah,
you know, even because boxing is one of those sports that we dominate in. It's always either a Latino guy or a black guy. Like, that's our shit.
Yeah, and you got all that oppression, man. You got to get it out somehow. So just like
right. And that's why I think it's so dope how there's a Mexican champion that's unified the lightweight divisions after beating somebody's ass. While we got this whole issue going on with ICE again, like 24/7. Like, they got him in the camps and all this stuff like that.
It's crazy how that's still going on, bro.
Right. It's Nazi Germany. It's Nazi Germany.
It's insane. And it's like, have we even taken care of the whole? Was it Detroit with the water
Flint.
supply? Flint, yeah.
No, and there's other cities.
No one's talking about that.
Flint is just the most popular one. There's other cities. You remember when Obama went over there and he was like, "Let me have a glass of water."
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? Like,
I forgot who it was. There was some clip I saw where it was like they were talking about like how bad the water supply was. It was like in a different country. And the guy was like, the water's good now. I'd probably take a drink of it, blah blah blah. It was like some elected person. He was like, oh yeah, well we have water here if you want to try. He's like, oh no, right now I'm good, blah blah blah. And he was like, no, you said you want to try the water, and he was like saying excuses. I'm like, bro, like, if you can't even try your own water that you got elected for, then it's like, get out of here.
This is what these white people do. It's crazy because it's like, bro, like the DNC literally are now trying to say that these camps and all these situations are more comfortable now, when it's really the same garbage and people are dying.
Comfortable camp, get out of here with that.
Comfortable camps.
You give them extra Lunchables, twice a day.
But people are taking this seriously. They're like, oh look, see, they're doing something. I'm like, wait, but last time when Trump was elected, you was all like, yo, fuck ICE, like, let's abolish ICE, let's open the borders. And now you're like, oh well, at least they have air conditioning and nice beds.
It's more of a chiller suffering, just like
a chiller suffering.
You give them no pass and write down, how they feel.
That's a good term.
Chiller suffer.
A chiller sufferer.
That's a new movie coming out.
Right, man. But like, it's just they just want to focus on other countries and this shit when we have our shit here, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so fucking stupid. And that's why I love that Canelo Alvarez is the fucking champ right now, and he's Mexican.
Destroying all the white people, just knocking them out.
Just to remind motherfuckers that who runs shit around here, okay?
Right.
Like almost half of America was Mexico before it got stolen. So just to remind y'all,
Exactly.
like, that's their land, and it's not even just the Mexicans that are there. It's people from Honduras.
My people right there, man.
Oh, you're from Honduras as well too?
Yeah, my parents.
Nice, bro. So you're Afro Latin.
Yeah.
Nice, bro. Nice. Word. I just thought you were black. My bad.
Hey, same thing. We all come from the same spot, so
Right.
you know.
Right. So that makes you indigenous in Honduras. That's dope, bro. You're indigenous to this region. So this is basically like your ancestral cousin type of land. Like,
yeah.
Like I'm from the Saponi tribe on the Native American side. My grandmother was half Saponi, in the High Plains in North Carolina and Virginia. But it's just, I think the reason, and that's part of the reason why, like, I cover this so hard, because like these people, they try to keep saying, like, oh, they don't belong here, when originally this was their land.
Yeah.
And everyone used to migrate and connect. All the tribes used to just always have connections together. Even if it was a war, it was a war. It wasn't a world domination war. It was
exactly.
I had an issue with this tribe. We got
Scrapped
these
it up.
issues. Yeah, we're going to scrap.
We nipped that in the bud.
Yeah, like that's it. That's all it was. It wasn't no, here come the Spaniards to wipe out our indigenous language and make us only speak Spanish and English. And
it's crazy how like they came here from Europe, and just them being them killed off a lot of native people because of, like, you know, all the different diseases that they brought over, and just like, hey, here's these blankets, and that made it worse. And it's like, dang, bro, like, how are you just a moving killing machine, you know?
Right. And you know, the books try to like make it vague to make it seem like that was like the easiest thing to do. They did that at the last resort. The armies and stuff here, the tribes there are strong and powerful, so they couldn't take them out. They had to use bio warfare in order to weaken the population. And I just think it's funny when you see the History Channel, which is supposed to be the History Channel, but it's actually His Story Channel, talking about the Mayans, right? The Mayans disappeared, bro. You know, there's a Mayan population in New Haven.
Wow. How did it get up there?
They just came through.
Wow.
They speak their Mayan language and everything still. There's other tribes too that are like migrated up here in the States and just been living their lives. And Americans think that, well, the non-Native Americans think that they all died out. Like, there's no, like, I remember in high school, this white girl would tell me that, oh, aren't all the Quinnipiacs dead? And I'm like, nah, I know a Quinnipiac kid, and he has a family and cousins and shit. Like,
yeah, he lives like a normal life and whatnot.
like he's native Quinnipiac. I'm like, yes, like he's native Quinnipiac. Like, there's people that really think that these tribes are no more, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, but like that's what the media shows, you know, like, if, you know, you never even hear about any tribes that are still out here, other than, like, you know, like, yeah, we gave them a bunch of casinos and like they're chilling on this side and they'll be all right. And it's like,
no,
what's this? What are you talking about? I don't know. I feel like we'll continuously like suffer with crazy stuff in America until we reconcile with certain tribes, you know, give them their just due, because that's just,
oh hell yeah,
yes.
That's why shout out to Canelo Alvarez again, because that's my goat right there.
A border cannot stop me, bro.
You know, like it's easy to, like, some people like when they come on this podcast and stuff, and they were like, oh, well, you talk about a lot of things. I'm like, yeah, I do talk about a lot of things, and I hope that people see it as like the reason why all these things are bitching is because it coexists together.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, without music, first of all, the music that America loves and appreciate is our music. And
Mm,
our music came from slavery. Our music came from a mixture of indigenous Spaniards, Afro Latin,
yeah.
black slaves, people, and that's why we have so many different types of flavor. You know, from fucking reggaeton to fucking merengue, um, fucking soca. I love soca.
Oh yeah. My friends that went to in Cancun, they're all Caribbean. You know, they
Yeah.
one from Guyana, one from Trinidad, one from Jamaica. So they just be blasting soca music all the time, and it's like I'm not good with the names, but when I hear it, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna sit down. I'm gonna get up and start dancing.
Yo, I got some Jamaican friends that don't even want to dance to soca. They wait for dance hall to come on. I'm like, bro, y'all are basic.
Right?
Like, oh no, I don't listen to that.
I just feel like it's more positive. I don't know. When I hear soca music, it's like I think of the sun. I think of whatever. Like with dancehall, like no offense, because like I'm part Jamaican also. Like it's just like it when it comes to some of the dancehall music, it's just too much. But then you say, I remember I went to this place.
You're
For
gonna
like
anger
brunch.
your Jamaican people, man.
Hey, I'm sorry, man, but I gotta be real for a second. Like in terms of like, I was at a brunch spot and they were playing. It was like a Caribbean spot, but like, I'm trying not to like curse them, but like they're saying like, oh, you're pum pum fat and blah blah, and it's like, whoa, like I'm trying to eat some eggs over here, bro. Like let's do that for later. Like after 8 p.m. Like it's just, I feel like it's just too much, and it's crazy how we came from like Toots and the Maytals and like Bob Marley and everything like that to like this. You're just like, dang, bro. Like, I mean, I don't want to sound like that old head and just be like, oh, back in my day, blah blah. But it's like it was so much meaning to the songs, and now it's just like how long you last in bed and everything, and it's like, is that helping, bro? Is that helping?
But you know, we still got some reggae out there that's trying to come back.
Oh yeah, like
it'll never be like the golden era though. Like
yeah.
Sadly.
I
do
like
you play it? Do you jam on reggae?
No, I mostly chill out to reggae. If anything, I know how to do like a reggae beat on the drums, which is fun. I always love like the offbeat fills they'll kind of do.
Yeah.
Like that, like kind of like, oh, you know, it's very boastful. But yeah, like I want to jam. I feel like I want to work with other people that are in that genre. Definitely. And
bro,
like,
I gotta bring you to New Haven, man. Jam
yeah, is that where all the hidden Jamaicans are at?
Well, nah, hidden. It's like a mixture of just like Black Americans and Haitians and Black and Jamaicans. But yeah. I mean,
my friend was telling me that
Stanford.
my friend was telling me that New Haven has the best pizza. Is this true? From a New Yorker,
Yes.
I feel very offended. I'm trying to figure out, is this true?
God. We was having such a good conversation. Now you want to get personal, man. Like, yes, New Haven has the best pizza, bro. Like, have you ever had a slice? Like, you ever been to Frank Pepe's? You ever been to New Haven?
No, I never. No offense, I never. No one ever talks about New Haven, so I'm like, what's going on over there?
All right, see, now that's why, because you're biased. You need to like choose a day to come over here, maybe visit the Yale campus or something, you know, something bougie.
Okay.
And go to either bar or Modern and Frank Pepe's, and then try one of the New York pizza again, and you tell me what you think. Because I'll tell you right now, that Sicilian shit is the shit, man. It's better. Chicago is ass compared to New Haven.
It's like a lasagna, right?
Yeah. Like, and I had it before, so don't even try to come at me. Anybody like
if I gotta eat with a knife and fork, like, get me out of here.
Yeah, but New York pizza's probably kind of good though. I just feel like New Haven's better. Honestly, it's the texture.
I feel like we've been bombarded with a lot of other pizzas in New York, and makes other people biased about New York pizza. Like,
see, that's what I'm saying. Give me a legendary spot. I'll go.
Like, there's Not John's Pizza. I think that's like really good.
Not John Pizza. That's in Brooklyn.
Yeah, there's one in Brooklyn. I gotta give you a whole list. There's even ones that are really good in Williamsburg, even though that's super gentrified and everything. It just they still have like mom and pop spots that are still there and killing it. I'll send you
Nice.
all the links and whatnot. But yeah, I feel like we've been bombarded by like dollar pizza spots and like
Yeah.
Papa John's is racist ass and like Domino's and everything, and it's just like it feels like a sin to like
Yeah.
buy from those places, even though I'm from New York, you know.
Right. Yo, all right. So you mentioned Papa John's, so I gotta tell you, did you hear about how he was like upset that he okay, so
But
this
I
a
heard
whole
he
thing.
he went certain days without saying the N-word. Like that's good enough, right? I'm on probation.
He's like, I spent 2 years trying to get it out of my vocabulary.
It's been kind of hard, but you know, he probably went through a bunch of like tests. All right, say this person's name, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're trying to word it right.
Bro, it's ridiculous, bro. Oh my god. I was listening to the news report in shock the whole time. Like a lot of things don't shock me no more. You know, like what's happening with Palestinians don't shock me. Like,
Yeah.
but that I was like, really? 2 years, bro? Like you got a staff, you got people like straight up like trying to help you stop saying nigga. Like, are you
Like he just
serious?
came from an AA meeting or something. He got his points, and you're just like, I'm good.
And then he's like talking shit on the news, like, oh, they're trying to frame me, they're trying to make me look like a racist. I'm like, but you was caught saying that.
In the meeting, the most professional thought.
I don't think it's a frame when you just being basically exposed for what you did, man.
Yeah, that is wild, man.
You can't even hide it, bro. Like it's crazy. Yo, the way it's fucking crazy. And then he was basically saying that the reason why they fired him was because they're trying to like control Papa John's. Like he's trying to talk about a whole conspiracy. It kind of reminds me of like what happened on that show where Ozzy Osbourne's wife was fired because she was basically defending that racist motherfucker that was talking junk about Meghan Markle. And she was just basically like hostile instead of like trying to like understand what this black woman was trying to explain to her, who she knew for years. When you think she'll give like the courtesy of like a intelligent conversation instead of just, oh, tell me how he's racist. Oh, I've got a question. How about if I have a friend that I don't like, and just because they have to be black, does that mean I'm racist because I don't like their personality? I'm like, bro.
But didn't her daughter do that too? Not
Yo, Ozzy, bro. I'm still a fan of you, but you need to check your family, man.
Because wasn't she on like The View or something, and she was talking about like they were talking about Trump and like the thing about like the whole border thing. He was like, well, if you Trump, like if you're gonna let out all the Spanish people, then who's gonna clean your toilets? And they're like, oh, like let's not say that. And she thought she was on the right way. She was like, wait, that's not right. And you're like, no, they do more than just cleaning toilets. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, like, I get what you were trying to say, but you couldn't.
Yeah, it's just like now you just want
to. These people are millionaires, Dwayne.
They're not here. They're not in terms.
Who is on their team letting them say this shit?
That's the thing. They got yes people. That's just like they want to keep their job, so they're just like, yeah, what you're doing is right. What you're wearing is perfect. Those things work together. And I'm like, yeah, I'm the shit.
Sure. Yeah. That's I didn't know that. Well, they all trash. Ozzy hasn't did anything yet, but I'm waiting.
Right.
Just a family like this, I gotta do my investigation.
You know what? I think he started the coronavirus, man. Remember when he bit that bat's head?
Oh man.
He's the one. He's been quiet. He's been hiding under everything
else. You know, he went missing once, right? Like for like
on a drunk
years.
Thing?
I don't fucking know. This happened like 2 months before, 2 years, but I think 2 or 3 years before the pandemic happened, or maybe I'm late to the scene of learning about that. But I remember how they were trying to say, like I was watching the video, they're saying, "Yo, he has not been seen for like a year or two, like publicly and nothing." And then he just appears out of nowhere one day. He's like, "I'm good, guys." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I heard that he came out with an album, I think, right? With like
Yeah.
some other artist. That did not do that to good. Yeah.
He just went and hided and then came out with it.
He was, I'm telling you, he was in Wuhan. He's brought all that together.
Oh,
And then he was like,
God,
to
no.
get that off of me, let my wife say some crazy stuff. And then boom. I'm out the limelight. I'm good.
Yeah, man. Oh man, bro. Like, it's epic. It's really fucking epic.
Crazy.
Like, I wish I could do that.
Just disappear for. I feel you.
They'd be like, "Where did you go, man?" I was on Mars, bro. I was chilling with fucking
Elon.
Martians. Yeah, Elon was there. Like, I was like, "Yo, Elon, we gotta talk about that Bolivian thing." And he was like, "All right, we'll talk about it. Smoke a joint first." I'm like, "All right, all right. Now, can we talk about that Bolivian shit, Elon?"
No, let's talk about Bitcoin for that.
Bitcoin.
Are you into that stuff?
Bro, I'm trying to stay away from it. Everybody is into it. I'm down. I would try it, but it's just, I don't know, man.
Gambling at the time.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of gambling ever. I celebrated a birthday 2 months ago, and I literally had lottery tickets for my birthday, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that's the first time I ever scratched off lottery tickets.
Oh wow.
That's how afraid I am with gambling. Like,
I don't blame you. I remember, in some casinos, when you join the casino, they give you like free money pretty much to spend. And I would just spend that, and then I'm like, all right, I'm good. Like, I don't want to spend any of my money. I'm wishy on that.
Right? Right.
Because everything's an algorithm at the end of the day. Like, a certain time you're supposed to, if you work behind the scenes, yeah, you would know when to pull that slot down. But like,
yeah.
Me compared to thousands of people that have been in your place, like I'm good. Like, what are the odds of me getting it?
Yeah, like I go to the casinos just to drink. Go to an event. Like, I never actually gambled. I'm scared. Like, I mean, they're like, "Oh, you could try the penny slots." I'm like, I don't know.
Right?
Are you gonna hold my hand? Because I need some direction.
the weirdest people you see at casinos, man.
Oh yeah, bro. Okay, so back to the casinos actually, because we were talking about the Native American casino thing.
Oh yeah.
And just because the tribe has a casino, guys, doesn't mean that they're fucking thriving. They can still have like issues, and Mohegan is one of them. You know what I mean? Like Foxwoods, I don't know that much about from there, but like there's a lot of social issues that goes on, and people think that just because the tribe has a casino and they were recognized by the United States, that they don't get oppressed anymore. They still do.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the fucking Dakota pipeline. Like,
yeah, right.
That whole shit. Like, they're going through Native American burial grounds and stuff and shooting natives with rubber bullets. It's like, but those were the first concentration camps, the reservations. That's where they put them in when they were colonizing this area.
Yeah.
The reservation camps were the first concentration camps, and then later on, the Nazis had their shit, Japan had their shit. Well, we were putting Japanese people in camps here before I even start talking shit about Japan. People forgot that history. They don't teach that history. We definitely, when they say stop Asian hate, it's like, bro, you got to stop talking shit about China. We don't fully know everything we understand about that. That's a part of Asian hate. North Korea is the biggest deal. Zombies, dude, zombies. There's zombies in North Korea.
Yo, you ready? Are you ready for this? I got some machetes in the house. I got a bat.
No, the reason why I say it's zombies is because they said that he killed his sister once, and then you see her.
Oh yeah, that was bizarre.
In South Korea during the Olympics.
So it's like a very chill zombie. Like, she's not even like out there foaming at the mouth.
I think there needs to be an internal investigation.
Right, or clones. Attack of the clones, man.
Because somebody's like, because CNN has not recanted their statement about Kim Jong-un killing these people, and then you later see them traveling the world and shit, just having a good time. And I'm like, bro, I thought you was dead. It's like,
anyways, I'm like, oh, okay. Can't say anything to him.
Right. It's just so confusing, bro. It's just that whole Asian hate thing. I feel like there's like a lot of a lot of elements to it to unhash. Because let's be honest, like even though like we don't agree, like governments don't agree with other governments, the fact that there's so much like stereotypes that definitely can't be true about other Asian countries
Mm,
contributes to what happens here. Like
mm.
especially the whole coronavirus thing. Like that got Asian people beat, murdered,
Oh yeah.
uh,
Yeah, because people are
profiled.
stupid as hell. Like,
You got a
remember
president
when
saying
like
the China
when
flu.
coronavirus first came out and they were like, "Yeah, I'm not getting Corona beer." Like that thing is the devil, and you're like, "What are you talking about? Those are two different." That's a company. Like, what is going on?
Yeah,
Like people don't
Corona
they look
lost
at a
sales.
headline and they're like, "All right, this is going out. This blah blah. Anything Asian is bad," and it's like, I don't
What do
know,
you do?
just simple-minded people, I guess. I don't know.
We're dumb. Let's just Americans are dumb.
Yeah. It's I think but that's like we can afford to be dumb, you know?
Right?
Like it's the idea of like it's none of my problem. Like for example, right now with it's looking good in New York in terms of like I think they said about 68 people got vaccinated. So things doesn't feel like the pandemic right now. People are like, "Oh, I can do this, blah blah." It's like, yeah, we're good, and the whole world is still a mess. And like,
Right.
but since
Yeah,
we're so
Canada's still
ignorant,
shut down.
yeah, we're ignorant. It's like out of sight, out of mind. Like that, it's gone now, so I can do whatever I want. And it's like that's just gonna either recreate something with a mutated gene, and make things worse, or it just feels like, yeah, we just care about where we're at and forget what was happening. I remember when this was in November. I think I saw in the news of like people in China that was getting the coronavirus when it first started, and like they were like they had like the things covered up, and they're just all or someone was shaking from coughing, and I was like, "Whoa, that's looks insane. Why isn't anyone talking about this?" But I think the
Mm.
idea, oh, it's over there. They got their own problems. We're not gonna deal with that. Like we
Yeah,
kind of brushed it off, and now we're in the midst of it, and it's like that
right.
ignorance. It is gonna pay someday. You know,
Yeah.
it always
And the
does.
ignorance is definitely continuing because it's like now that China has a control under that and they're doing a lot of vaccines and Cuba went to Africa, went to Italy and stuff like that, and they're getting a control on things. Cuba literally saved Italy. Like that was
Mhm.
insane. Italy was in a very bad place. And
Yeah. I remember they were going through it hard.
a lot of American officials were pissed that Italians allowed Cubans to help them out. But it's like, bro, like you're too busy worrying about trying to blame China for everything instead of trying to fix a solution. And they're trying to fix their solution.
Yeah.
So of course they're going to call Cuba. And once again, socialism wins because Cuba saved Italy.
There you go. There you
While
go.
you're talking all this shit about them, they're over there with doctors and shit. I had a guy on his name is Taye Euro. Shouts out to Taye Euro, great guy. He does like African educational tours and stuff like that for a
All right.
living, and he has a book out. He's a rapper. He's a great guy. He was talking about briefly. I'm gonna have him back on in like 10 days actually for Juneteenth. For Juneteenth, he was talking about basically how when he was in South Africa, there were Cuban doctors there in South Africa as well too,
Okay.
and he actually like lived with a Cuban doctor family as well too,
Mm.
and he learned about like all the good shit they did and all the shit they learned about what healthcare wise and stuff like that, and he related it to Western medicine, like American based Western medicine, because
Yeah.
Cuban's Western as well too, but it's the Western part that people don't want to talk about. But yeah, and I was like shocked. I was like, bro, I didn't know that they were in South Africa as well too. Like they're
Yeah. Wow.
everywhere.
Yeah.
They're in Haiti. They're everywhere,
Wow.
and we're just sitting here talking shit about them. And
Oh yeah. What was it? Blame the Maine on Spain?
yep. Oh crap, bro. Fuck. It's 2 o'clock. Damn. I
Is
gotta
it like
go to work.
is it like a time span? Like you
Yeah.
can only do an hour?
Yeah, I can only do an hour for
Eh.
today because I have to go to fucking work.
I had so much other stuff to talk about. But I mean,
Yo, let's make a part 2, man. Like
down
maybe at the end of June or maybe
if
in
the fans
July.
want it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna get some views. Facebook usually we get mad views on. Already like I see like in the range between like 300 to 1,000 stuff like that. But the Spotify and all that stuff. It's been a little struggle, but hey, man, I'm gonna put it on Instagram too. All that good stuff.
Cool. Yeah, man. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I can do this all day.
Hell yeah, right? I'm looking for a fucking co-host, bro. Like, if you're interested, like, it's like temporarily co-hosts though, so I'm not trying to like have people sign their life away when I don't have the funds to pay them.
You don't want to pull a Joe Budden.
Yeah. Oh God. See, that's another thing we got to talk about.
Yeah, that made me so mad.
That shit was straight up levels. And the fact they're friends too. Guys, don't go into business with your friends unless you really, really trust each other. Like, seriously. And even if you really, really trust each other, there's going to be some disagreements. Like my best friend, who's a saxophone player, we did like 3 bands together and stuff like that, and miraculously we click. But that's luck, bro.
Yeah, it's rare, man. It's really rare.
That's fucking luck. That's rare as hell to have something like that. But let's end this here, so I don't be late for work. And fucking Yale Hospital will be like, bro, I saw you on live, but you're coming up in here at 2:35.
Oh, you got to work after this. Gotcha.
I got my uniform on. I just got to switch my shirt, so I'm good, man. Yo, Dwayne Bush, man, thank you for coming through, bro. Let's definitely do this again. And I put the links in the description to both of your bands and stuff. And
right on.
Yeah, man, let's do it one time.
June 14th, I think we have the YouTube video for our performance, and the 20th is the summer EP for St. Mello.
Oh, so. Word. Definitely send me a link to that. I'll fucking put it on. Do I have something in my hair? I got something in my damn hair. I'll look at that later. All right. I'll see you later, Dwayne.
Hey, man. Take it easy, man. Much love.
Effectively transforming community. Peace in our human family. Volume and unity. Divine light shining individually. Collectively transforming community. Peace in our human family.
One love, one growth, as above, so below. Feel the pain in my soul, the red pill dissolved. Organized, no matter the cost. Politicians start wars, they don't fight, they sit the poor. And nothing lasts forever as long as we stay together. Give hell to the masses, watch the unity rapture. This is for the kids and the culture. It's one love, one growth, one light, light warriors.